Ethereum continues to look a bit on the bearish side. However, there's some super exciting news that's going to release in 2 days, and that's going to really shift the market in the bullish direction. There's also some other news that I want to cover about Ethereum in DeFi, so make sure you stick around to the end of this episode to find out what that game-changing news is and how that affects you as an Ethereum holder. Hello and welcome to the House of Crypto. I make videos about Ethereum, Bitcoin, altcoins, as well as tech stocks. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of the latest happening in the markets. And without further ado, let's jump into our first piece of news on Ethereum. Okay, so before we head over to the key news for today, we're going to look at the Ethereum news on Cointelegraph. Ethereum whales refuse to sell as more ETH flows into DeFi. So what does that mean? You know, there's many holders in a whale holding over 1,000 Ethereum tokens. These guys with the sort of the large sums are continuing to hold their wallets. This makes it much more stable and reduces the volatility. Obviously, we've seen the price sort of going down, but that's been moving mainly through retail trading, as well as sort of trading between each other off of exchanges. So the number of addresses holding more than 10,000 ETH hardly changed since the asset hit an all-time high of $2,050 on February the 20th. So what does that tell us? So actually, there's many ETH holders who have an expectation that Ethereum is going to go far higher than $2,000. Okay, so you may be feeling a bit nervous if you bought at that kind of higher level, and we might see Ethereum drop a little bit further in the next day or two before the 26th of March, when the big news that I'm going to tell you about later on in this video is going to drop, and that should see Ethereum pushing back towards a bullish trend. In fact, data from Sentiment, the number of wallets holding over 10k ETH worth around $17.7 million at current prices has declined just over 0.9% over the past 4 months. That compares to a 7.2% fall in the number of wallets holding 100 to 10k ETH, according to the analytics provider. Okay, super exciting. When we're getting big price drops, people are sort of being liquidated. They're also sort of selling off their ETH, and the people who are snapping up are the whales. Okay, so the big holders. This is when we need a steady hand to be able to put up with the shakes around in the market and the volatility, because the overall picture is looking particularly, despite being a quiet month. And as Raoul Pal has been talking about, this is quite common that often you will see a very quiet April for Bitcoin and Ethereum. However, maybe we're seeing this sort of 2 or 3 weeks earlier, where we're seeing a bit of, static price movement, a bit of sort of downward pressure, but it's all healthy, and the bull run is by no means over. Okay, so the next piece of news I want to jump over to is Ethereum Reserves on crypto exchanges hit a 2-year low. We often cover these stories, but it continues to happen. Okay, so we keep hitting these new lows as Ethereum is being stocked up and held by whales. Also, got a lot of Ethereum going into staking, and soon, when we introduce the new fee burning part of the EIP 1559, which, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago we were told that it was a few weeks away, which potentially gives us 1, maybe 2 weeks before that news drops, is very exciting. Okay, so Ethereum reserves on crypto exchanges have hit a 2-year low. Ethereum continues to be locked in DeFi and the Ethereum 2.0 deposit contracts. NFT marketplace are also pushing up this demand, with ETH outsiders crypto exchanges. The institutional accumulation of ETH is evident, with Grayscale adding 47,895 Ethereum in the last 30 days. That thing about NFTs, loads of people now are talking about NFTs, from Mark Cuban to Gary Vee, and various celebrities talking about NFTs, and all of them, existing on the Ethereum blockchain. So maybe people who aren't necessarily that interested in crypto and in Ethereum are actually getting kind of interested through, indirectly through NFTs. And also, you've got to imagine all of the tech companies, all of the insurance companies, everyone are getting involved in Ethereum using this technology. This is just a list of various organizations that rely on Ethereum, and this is only growing. The more valuable it becomes, the more useful, the more people will be interested in using it, the more exposure it gets, and you get the picture how sort of positive this is. Now, jumping over to the final piece of news, which is probably the key part for today's video, launching on the 26th of March. So this news over on Cointelegraph, Ethereum bulls may re-emerge after March with a 1.15 billion ETH options expiry. So this means that so the way options tradings work is you basically sort of give a contract or sign a contract or say what you are prepared to buy at a certain price or sell at a certain price at a certain date. And if it doesn't happen, you're forced to make that trade anyway. This expiry of options has a really bullish sentiment. Okay, so up to 1.15 billion worth of Ether options are set to expire on March the 26th, and data suggests bullish traders may make a show of force after the expiry. Over the past 2 months, the open interest on Ether options increased by 50% to reach $3.1 billion, with ETH's price gaining 44% in that time period. ETH's price appreciation and the rising options open interest has resulted in a potential historic $1.15 billion expiry set for March 26th. Okay, I'm not going to go into options trading and all the sort of details of how that works. What you should just consider is this, what we've seen in the past when we saw the big drop, it's down to a lot of liquidations in trading prices. And at the moment, you can see there's a lot of steady hands in the market, a lot of whales holding their crypto. So actually, there's not, a big sell-off happening. In fact, quite the opposite. People are sort of stocking up. And when we have things like this, it's kind of the catalyst to set us off and get us back on track towards that all-time high. And once we break through that all-time high, then we're going to be looking much more solid. And I know a lot of people have been telling you that it's going to be coming soon, and it is going to be coming soon. The general trend is still up. We need this correction. It's much healthier as a longer-term holder for Ethereum than for it to continue shooting up. It's about to close its currently in its sixth green month, which has never happened before for Ethereum. Bitcoin also the same. So yeah, super exciting, breaking boundaries, new things we've never seen before. Guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button to be kept up to date with all the latest happening in Ethereum. Also, I've left a link for the video I made on Zilliqa at the end of this video. Super exciting opportunity going on with Zilliqa at the moment, where we're seeing a bit of a dip coming at the end of a huge 3-year ultimately bullish pattern. And once we see it hit the level of around 14 cents, it has the potential to have like a 250% rise, and at the top most ambitious level, perhaps even a 750% rise in price. So a super exciting project over on Zilliqa. I'll leave that link there. Make sure you go and check that out now. Thanks very much, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye-bye.